Hi, this is Anthony. I'm from Twin Falls, Idaho. I'm a music major. I'm going to teach you today on some proper techniques for the trumpet when you don't have the trumpet around. One major thing about the trumpet is it takes a lot of air and vibrations in your lips, so you got to build up your strength in your lip muscles, and without the strength in your lip muscles, you're not going to have a good high quality sound out there. So one great technique out there is to take a pencil. Sometimes people use a number 2 pencil, but it's wooden. And the wooden pencils don't have as much weight on them. And so this weight quality helps. I use a Zebra M402 made by Japan. It's a metal pencil. It's got more weight to it. And once you need more weight, you can add a whole bunch of lead into it, which causes it to get heavier. So with that heaviness in the mouth or in the pencil, you're going to have heavier weight to hold in your lips. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take the pencil and put it in your lips like this and hold it in there. First time you do it, you're going to want to hold it for around a minute and a half. A minute and a half, you can't start it at a minute. It's going to be tiring at first. You're going to be like, I want to pull it out, but don't pull it out. Just let it stay there for a minute and a half, and after you're done for a minute and a half, holding it like this, do not use your teeth like this, because then you're using your teeth to hold it. You're going to want to use your lips. So pucker up, pull it out as far as you can so you have more weight, and hold it there. After that's done for a minute and a half, you're going to want to vibrate the lips. You're going to want to flutter them like this for a minute and a half. And after a week of doing that, you're going to go up to 2 minutes, and then to 2.5 minutes, and to 3, then 3.5, and up to 4. Once you get to 4 minutes, I would not recommend going any more than 4 minutes. It's not going to do anything more to your lips, as I've learned. You're going to want to keep holding it there for a couple weeks, and then you're going to take the pencil and you're going to put lead inside of it and put like 2 sticks of lead in per time, and then once you get heavier, get like 0.9 lead and put it inside, even though it's not going to fit through the hole. It's a little heavier lead, and just keep putting more lead in there and you'll build your range. I'm not promising you're going to build your range really, really high, because it's not going to happen overnight. Practice makes perfect. I started using this technique around 2 months ago, and I have built my range a little bit. Actually, take that back. I've started during this summer after I got done with my spring semester in college. So I've been practicing for like 2, 3, May, June, July, August, September, almost 6 months. And so that has built my range a little bit. I used to have a squeaky note in the G range above the clef, but now I can hit a B and a B natural at ease most of the time, and then go up to a C and still have a high quality like my lower sound. But in the past, I would have a low sound like la, and my high sound would be like ee, and it would sound really horrible. It would sound really squeaky, scratchy, and horrible. So once you do this technique for a while, it will build your muscle in your lips, will cause you to have strength in your lips to hold out those notes. You're still going to want to have tension in your lips where you're going to frown when you're going to play. So when you pull out the mouthpiece, I don't have it with me at the moment, you're going to pull it out and you're going to pull your lips out like you're frowning, but pucker them up at the same time and play. Buzz your lips, and that will help. Another technique I tend to use, it's not for my range, but it helps me with counting and timing and tonguing, is I use this book called The First Book of Practical Studies for Cornet and Trumpet. It's by Getchell, Robert Getchell. He also got a number 2 book, and there's also the Clark book and the Arbenz book. The good thing for these is, yes, they're counting techniques. For example, if you can see number 47, it goes da ta 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 ta, so on and so forth. You're going to want to do tas, because tas is a good way to keep your tongue technique and get you to have a lightness on your tonguing. You don't want to go ta 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 ta, because it's going to have a bad sound quality. When you're playing the trumpet, you're going to want to go ta 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 ta. You're gonna want to use your tongue on the back of your teeth underneath, because if you do it here, ta 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 ta, it's not gonna have a good solid either. But you're gonna want to do that for your sound and the sound of the tonguing. Another thing I like to do is it helps me with my counting is, for example, that same piece, ta 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 ta. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And you can do the opposite of that. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And after you get that done for a while, you can also do with your hands, keep a beat pattern with it, and it will also help you with your counting a lot. It's helped me dramatically. Another thing you can tend to do is if you have problems with your scales, I would start out using the chromatic scale exercise and take it around a tempo of ta 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 ta, and so on and so forth. Another thing I tend to do is, because I am done with my major scales, is I'll take a technical exercise written for major and read it in the relative minor. For example, if you have a C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, I would read it as C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B natural, C, because of the fact that is the harmonic minor relative to the C, so it would be the C harmonic minor. C natural, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B natural, and C. The B natural is because you raise the seventh tone of the scale to create a more sound. It creates a different sound for the scale. And then also you got the melodic minor, but I wouldn't recommend it for the technical exercises because of the fact that it's going to have you go C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B natural, C, and then B flat, A, or B flat, A flat, G. Because you're going to go up on the A flat and the B flat on the way up, or go up on the A natural and the B natural on the way up, and then lower them on the way back down, which causes you to have problems with some of the exercises because it's not going to sound right, it's not going to flow right. So I would recommend finding a different technical exercise on the internet, or go to your local music store like Welch's or Dunkley's or whatever you guys have, and look for something that is minor scale patterns. Another good thing to do is just to take your music that you have at home, any piece of music that you haven't looked at, and practice it. One thing you do before you practice it on the trumpet is you're going to want to take it and just read through it, sight read it. Go through it and be like, okay, find the parts where the key changes are and circle them so you don't forget where the key changes are. And then if you do that and you go through and find the hard rhythms and go through those really quick, when you read it, when you actually play it through the first time, you won't make as many mistakes because of the fact you already know where the key changes are and you already know where the hard rhythm exercises are in the piece. And you take those rhythm exercises and play them over and over and over and over again until you have it perfect. And yeah, it's going to be hard to have perfect because no one can play perfect, but you can play it really close to perfect. You can play it so where you have no mistakes. A perfect would have perfect sound, perfect timing, perfect notes, and yes, it's possible to have great sound, perfect notes, and perfect tonguing, but it's not perfect. So another thing you can do is when you start playing the piece of music, you're going to play it on your mouthpiece only. So you're going to go on the mouthpiece. And then you're going to put it in the horn and play it like you're actually in a performance area. So you're going to play ta 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 ta. Well, then you're going to also play it like you're in a room where there's a lot of echoing. So you're going to play it to a sound quality that you would usually play when you have echo in the room. Then you're going to play it like a sound quality like you're in a pep band game and you're going to want to sound high and loud. ta 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 ta. And then you're gonna want to play it like you're in a small room by yourself. Play it like that, and then you're gonna play it like you're in a huge audience room where you're trying to impress everybody. And then play it again normal. Write dynamics. Read the dynamics. Don't just play the notes. Read the dynamics. Play the dynamics. Play the notes. Play the staccatos, and everything. And that will help your sound, and that will help your trumpet playing. That will help any instrument you're playing. It will help a lot. Okay, that's my exercise for the day, and I hope you guys learned a lot.